Well, our speaker today, Nathen Aswell, is a gifted speaker, recording artist, coach, and podcaster based in Vancouver. Nathen believes that his calling in life is to encourage through his engaging talks, his heart-centered music making, and his warm listening. His CDs, Little by Little, and Yes, are celebrations of life, transformation, evolution, and the oneness of humanity, delivered in a variety of popular music styles. Nathen speaks and performs internationally at concerts, conferences, retreats, and churches, presenting his music, stories, and humor with his voice and the NS Stick, an 8-stringed electronic instrument that can be plucked like a bass, strummed like a guitar, or tapped with both hands like a piano. And Nathen does it like a pro. So please join me in welcoming Nathen Aswell. Over to you, Nathen.
Thanks very much, Pixie, for your sweet introduction. Just going to get my screen happening here, and we will begin. All right. So, my talk this morning is called Small Steps, Big Life. Saying yes to divine order. The Unity Church defines order as the intelligence of the universe expressing through each of us. And there are times in our lives where that doesn't seem to be the case. What makes it hard for us to remember order? I think it's when we confuse capital O, order, divine order, with small o, order. When we lose sight of the big picture, and we get lost in details. And order becomes the fear of losing control. So how do we find our way back to big O, or divine O, order? We stop and we listen. Specifically, we listen to the wisdom of the body. People in recovery are familiar with this acronym, HALT, H-A-L-T, H-A-L-T. To not do anything, to not take any action if you're feeling hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. So I invite us all right now to stop, to halt, to check in with the wisdom of our bodies.
Stop, take a break, whatever can wait. Allow here and now to unfold. Let wisdom come quietly in to your heart. Be still and find peace in your soul. Like a seedling in the springtime, ripe and ready on its tree. Disconnect from all your worries and be free. Like a gently flowing river that surrenders to the sea. Empty out your expectations and just be. And breathe, contemplate. Let all the rest wait. Allow here and now to unfold. Let wisdom come quietly in to your heart. Be still and find peace in your soul. So stop and be still. Stop, be still. Stop.
Once we have nurtured, grounded ourselves, we can surrender to divine order, capital O order. And to make sure that we're ready to do this, I share this simple exercise which I learned from a very, very dear friend of mine years ago, which she called focusing. I invite you to do it with me now. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, in and out slowly. And when you're ready, I'd like you to ask your body a question. Dear body, please tell me what a yes answer would feel like. And just notice what happens. Do you feel some kind of an opening or a slight change in temperature or a tingling, something, some little sensation in your body, which is your body giving you the answer to your question. And if you got an answer, thank your body for that answer. And now I invite you to ask your body one more question. Dear body, please tell me what a no answer would feel like. So again, just notice any small sensation is in it. Some sort of small restriction, contraction, maybe a slight decrease in body temperature, anything at all. Just any small little sign. And if you got an answer to that question, again, thank your body. So that's a little tool that I use. Maybe you have other tools, but you know when you're on track, you know when you are open, you know when you feel ready, open, willing. Remember that game we used to play as children, hot and cold? It's like that. When you feel hot, you know that you're moving in the right direction. When you're not feeling so hot, you know you're not. So if that's the case, we know we need to go back, do more nurturing, do more grounding before we can surrender fully. So assuming that in this moment or at some point soon, we can all do that together, I invite a chant of mine called surrender, that we can affirm that together.
I surrender to what is. I let go of what was. I have faith in what will be. I surrender.
We can surrender because we can remember that in truth, we are safe.
Free.
feeling safe, we can trust in divine timing. Trusting in divine timing, I created a chant based on the same Bible quote that inspired the birds to compose Turn, Turn, Turn. Here's my version called There Is a Time.
Under heaven there is a season for everything. Under heaven there is a time for everything. Under heaven there is a season for everything. Under heaven there is a time to be born and to die, to plant and to harvest, to kill and to heal, to tear down, to build up, for everything. Under heaven there is a season for everything. Under heaven there is a time to cry and to laugh, to grieve and to dance, to scatter stones, to gather stones, to embrace, to turn away, for everything. Under heaven there is a season for everything. Under heaven there is a time to cry and to laugh, to grieve and to dance, to scatter stones, to gather stones, to embrace, to turn away, for everything. Under heaven there is a season for everything. Under heaven there is a time to search, to stop searching, to keep and to throw away, to tear and to mend, to be silent and to speak, for everything. Under heaven there is a season for everything. Under heaven there is a time to love and to hate, for war and for peace. May I trust the divine and my faith increase, for everything. Under heaven there is a season for everything. Under heaven there is a time for everything. Under heaven there is a time for everything. Under heaven there is a time.
in surrendering and trusting, we can now affirm Unity's affirmation for this month. My life is balanced and in order, and all is well. And if you find it difficult, challenging at this point in your life to fully affirm that, I have two invitations for you. The first is to go back and try that focusing exercise that I shared with you just a short time ago. And the second is to ponder this quote by John Lennon. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So trusting, surrendering, let's affirm together that all is well. This is a chant that I wrote inspired by that affirmation. My life is in order and all is well. And by the Eightfold Path of Buddhism. The melody is very simple. I hope that you join in and sing with me, as I hope you've been doing all through my talk.
And all
And so we say yes to divine order when we stop and listen, specifically listen to the wisdom of the body, when we surrender and remember that we are safe, and when we trust in divine timing. All truly is well. Namaste.
Woo! Well, thank you, Nathen, for your enlightening message and for your heartwarming and delightful songs. We're so blessed to have you as part of our spiritual community.